Let's start with the fundamental element of object-oriented programming, a class. A class is a template to design an object. You can assume this rubber stamp as a class, and the imprints that you get from it are objects. You can observe each object owns a copy of attributes. One more example. Let's say ABC are humans. Then here, human is a class, and ABC are instances, also called as objects, of type human. I think by now you can identify the difference between a class and an object. Let's understand this with an example. Let's create a Java project and name it classes PRJ1. Create a main class and also select the main method. Let's design a class bike. A class combines two things, data or attributes and operations, also called as methods or behavior. Just think, what are the attributes of a bike? I can think of color, model number, engine capacity, weight, whether the power is on or off, etc. For this example, let's take power as a Boolean variable. True indicates powered on, false indicates powered off. Also, let's add speed, which holds the current speed of the bike. What operations you can perform on a bike? We can start a bike. We can stop. We can accelerate. Let's say print state. When we start, let's switch the power on and set the speed to 0. When we stop, let's switch the power off and set the speed to 0. When we accelerate, set the speed to the new speed. In the print state, let's display the value of the attributes. Now you can see we have defined the class. These are the attributes of the class, and these are the operations which are allowed. In order to make use of this class, first we need to create objects, and then we can start performing operations. Just like, in order to start a bike, you first need a bike, isn't it? When we declare B1 and B2 of type bike, we are not creating two objects. Instead, we are creating two reference variables, which can point to an object of type bike. In this case, when we say B1 equal to new bike, we have created an object of type bike in RHS, and we have assigned its reference to B1. When we say B2 equal to new bike, we have created a different object, and then we assigned its reference to B2. As you can see, B1 and B2 will have their own copy of attributes. Now when we say B1 dot start, the start operation is performed over B1, hence attributes from B1 are used. When we say B2 dot start, operation is performed over B2, hence attributes from B2 are used. When we say B1 dot accelerate of 50, accelerate operation is performed over B1. In real time, you can imagine this with starting a first bike, starting a second bike, and accelerating the first bike. When we say B1 dot print state, it prints B1's state, that is, the attribute values of B1. When we say B2 dot print state, it prints B2's state, that is, attribute values of B2. Now you can imagine what is meant by a state of an object. It is nothing but the attribute values. So what is the state of B1? It is on and moving at a speed of 50. Now what is the state of B2? It is on and idle. To summarize, a class is a combination of attributes and operations. By nature, it is a template to create an object. Object represents a physical instance of a class with its own attributes. Attribute values represents the state of an object. Each object will possess its own state. Object dot operation is nothing but performing the operation over the given object.